Hello and welcome students. Today we are going to take some very interesting problems on derivative of inverse function. I want you all to read these questions very attentively. Differentiate the following with respect to x. The first question is cos inverse of 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square. So here we have to differentiate cos inverse of 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square. Check this out. Y equals to, as you know, every single time we differentiate, this is our first step. Y equals to cos inverse of 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square. Dear students, you all know what is d by dx of cos inverse x. D by dx of cos inverse x is negative 1 upon square root of 1 minus x square. But the problem here is that it is not, but the difficulty here is we don't have to differentiate cos inverse x, it is cos inverse of this, which makes this a composite function. So here what we will apply d by dx of cos inverse of f of x. It is cos inverse of f of x. And you know, if you have d by dx of cos inverse of f of x, then its derivative will be minus 1 upon square root of 1 minus f of x square into d by dx of f of x. Now you can understand, for this question which we are supposed to solve, if f of x is replaced by this, how difficult it will become. See, here this bracket will come, and then here also this bracket will come. So this expression will become difficult adjusting, and then here also it will become quite lengthy differentiating, because you will have numerator and denominator, you understand, then apply division rule and all that. So one thing is for sure, that when we have to differentiate cos inverse of 1 minus x square, when we have to differentiate cos inverse of 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square, we are definitely not going to differentiate this directly. We will never start immediately differentiation. We will not write differentiating with respect to x. Why? Because if we do this, it will become very lengthy. It will become very lengthy. So what we will do, students, we will definitely use some technique. We will definitely use some technique by which this becomes simpler. This function which we have to differentiate, it becomes simple function. Okay. So what should we do? That is the question. If we are not supposed to differentiate this function directly, then what should we do? Because I want to get derivative of this function, I want to get derivative of this function, I want to get derivative of this function for sure. That is, I want dy by dx. And I'm saying that I will not differentiate this as it is, otherwise it will become difficult. Difficult means lengthy. What should I do? The idea here is we are going to use substitution. Yes. What did I say, students? I said we are going to use substitution. Now, when I say we are going to use substitution, what does that mean? Okay, this is going to be very important idea, and whatever you are going to learn in this video and the next video, you will have to learn it by heart. We are going to use substitution. Now remember, students, when we say substitution, what happens is you have something, and for this thing you substitute some other thing. This is known as substitution. You have something, and for that thing you substitute some other thing. Okay, so in substitution always you have something as an original, Okay, and then for that you substitute some other thing. So what is this all about? You need to understand. So in a short while I'm going to make you understand this part. Okay, and it is very easy because it all depends on substitution. Substitution depends on the formulae, the trigonometric formulae that you have learned. Now here, look at this. Look at this expression. Okay, look at this expression. I will show you something here. What is this expression, students? It is 1 minus x square, 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square. Okay, look at the pattern it has. The pattern. Look at the pattern it has. 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square. 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square. Okay, now I will show you something interesting. This pattern you have in this problem. Okay, observe this very keenly. Look at this. Here also you have the same pattern. You understand? 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square. What is this all about? Now look at this here, students. You know, we have 1 minus 25x square. Look at this. We have 1 minus, I'm talking about this one. We have 1 minus 25x square. But 1 minus 25x square, can I write 5x the whole square upon 1 plus 25x the whole square? So I can write 1 plus 5x the whole square. So again, are we not having same pattern? 1 minus some variable square upon 1 plus some variable square. Now here what is happening, that variable instead of x, it has become 5x. So 1 minus 5x square and 1 plus 5x square. So why am I teaching you all this? Because I just want to tell you that something interesting is going to happen when I'm teaching you the substitution stuff. Something interesting is going to happen in this section where we are going to learn substitution method with regard to patterns. Okay, so this substitution is based on the pattern of expressions. Okay, now I will tell you one more thing. Look at this one, students. This one. Okay, so here it might look different, but then it might look different here, but then again something very interesting is here. See here, it is e raised to x minus e raised to minus x upon e raised to x plus e raised to minus x. Okay, now what I will do is, let me write this as e raised to x minus 1 upon e raised to x. You agree? 1 upon e raised to minus x is 1 upon e raised to x, and this is e raised to x plus 1 upon e raised to x. Now what I will do is, I'll take LCM here. So LCM here is e raised to x. E raised to x is LCM, so here it becomes e raised to x square minus 1, and here you have e raised to x square plus 1. Okay, and LCM is e raised to x again. Now what happens, next step is, this e raised to x cancels with this. Okay, and so next step what happens, you get the next step as e raised to x the whole square minus 1 upon e raised to x the whole square plus 1. If I take this minus sign common, students, if I take this negative sign common from the numerator, it will become negative 1 minus e raised to x square upon 1 plus e raised to x square. See what I got? I took this minus out. Now look at this expression. Don't you see that this expression is again what we had done here? See, this expression here is again like 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square. How? Here you have 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square, and here you have 1 minus e raised to x square. I told you that. You know, what is important is the pattern. You have 1 minus variable square. Now instead of x, it is e raised to x. So 1 minus, earlier you had seen the expression 1 minus x square. Here it is 1 minus e raised to x square upon 1 plus e raised to x square. E raised to x square. So x is replaced by e raised to x. So what I want to tell you is, these all expression will be considered as 1. These all expressions, just now what you learned, whether it is this or it is this or it is this one which I just saw, the one that just we saw here, this, they all are under one pattern. And you know, for all these expression there is just one formula, and that formula is 1 minus tan theta square upon 1 plus tan theta square. You know this trigonometric formula, what is this equal to? It is equal to cos of 2 theta. That's it. So what I want to tell you is this expression here can be reduced. It can be reduced to cos 2 theta if I substitute x as tan theta. If I put here x tan theta, so it will become 1 minus tan theta square. See, 1 minus tan theta square upon 1 plus tan theta square. If I put here, see, when will I get this? When will I get from here? How will I get this formula? If I'm putting x equals to tan theta. See, this is substitution. Now, if I want this formula once again from here if I want this formula, so what will I do? I will put 5x equals to tan theta. See, you got substitution. This is what we are going to learn here. Okay, 5x as tan theta. Further, if from this expression I want this formula, what should I do? Students, tell me. Take your own time. Very good. I will put here in this expression, if I want to convert this into this formula, then I will put e raised to x. I will put here e raised to x. Put e raised to x equals to tan theta. So what I want you all to understand is that in this video and the coming video I am going to teach you substitution. What will happen if I do substitution for some particular expressions, then that expression will give me a formula, and because of that formula the given question will be simplified to great extent. Okay, for example, think if I write here put x as tan theta in this, so what will happen? This will become cos inverse, and inside it will be 1 minus tan square theta upon 1 plus tan square theta, which is actually cos 2 theta. So what it became? It became simply 2 theta. And what is theta here? Theta is tan inverse x. Okay, this all I will explain in much detail in the next video. Okay, thank you.